Let's now talk about how we can track your activity and utilize the workout portion of the .fit program. So we have a few things to cover here. The first, what we're going to do is look right here at the log activity button. When I click on the log activity button, what this provides us is the ability to log general activity. Might be like walking or riding a bicycle or hiking or gardening, things of that nature. If you were going to do a series of exercises like push-ups or bench press or whatever it may be, we have a separate section for that. But if you wanted to record something of a group fitness class, you have the ability to do so here. Okay, I'm going to X out of this, and now let's talk about the workout portion. Now this can go for you if you're a user of .fit and you want to use the system to actually create a workout, or you want to create your own workout on there, or if you're a .fit trainer and you want to create a program for your client, this is how we can do so. We're going to come over here to the workouts button. When I click the workouts button, this is going to go ahead and give us a few options. Now, if I am looking for the system itself to help create the best workout for me, what I can do is come down here, hit the plus sign, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit new workout. So we're going to see this screen here where we can see cardio, walking, strength and conditioning, and then just the exercises that are listed. I'm going to go ahead and go with strength and conditioning individualized. When I click strength and conditioning individualized, I have a few questions to answer. So name the program. This may just be a sample program for right now. My next drop down, my area of focus, let's just say is fitness. And then I'm going to go ahead and select a goal. And of course, you know we have to do max muscle. And then how many days per week? Let's just say it's 2 days per week. The program duration, we'll say 1 month. And then the different variations. If you just see here, we have muscle gain, maximum strength, power. And power, there's a speed component, so it is different than strength. Stability, which think of that as endurance. And then supersets, where you pair exercises back to back. For right now, we'll just go with muscle gain. And then how often I want the program to vary, I'm going to say daily. And then I scroll down and I have the ability to check off any of the equipment that I have available to myself. I'm going to click select all. And then if any of you are familiar with the NASM overhead squat or single leg squat, I can click do assessment right there and then check off any deviations that I found and then go forward with the program, and it will customize the program to the assessment and to what my goals are. Right now though, we're going to hit the blue create my program. So I click create my program, and then we just have to establish the starting date, and I can change it. I'm going to go ahead, just for the sake of this tutorial, let's hit start the program on the selected date. And now what we can see is the little dumbbell icons provide us that workout and what's going to happen on that day. So let's go ahead. I'm going to click on the 26th dumbbell for the sample program, and you will see here that I get all kinds of information from flexibility, core training, and a total body, or actually this is a shoulders and triceps routine for what this gave us. Now, if this is the program I'm wanting to do myself, please notice as well the green clipboard icon in the top right-hand corner of where the exercises are. I can go ahead and click that clipboard, and here's where I can record what I did in the workout. So my goal was 12 reps. I can go ahead and change that and say, of course, we wanted to be an overachiever, so we did 14 repetitions, and the weight I used, let's just say, was 40-pound dumbbells. And then as I go ahead and scroll to the bottom, I can click log, pretend that I did everything and I completed that for all the different exercises. And notice as it says workout logged, and when I go ahead and click workouts in the top right-hand corner, pretending if this was the end of the program, I can click the second link, workout log, and here I will see a record of exactly what I wound up doing for that workout. Now, if I'm a trainer doing this for my client, I would just have to proxy in to the client's program to do so. So I would just come over here really quick, click the hamburger icon in the top left-hand corner, click administration, click members, Give it just a second. I'm going to go ahead and scroll to the bottom for a fake program of mine called Rob R. Click anywhere in the rectangle. And then I'm going to look for the blue Manage Client Proxy As button. I click that. I say it's okay for me to log out of mine into theirs. And now I'm going to be logged into my client's program. I'm just going to X out of the progress check. And I would do exactly what I just did there. Then it will be on their calendar. Okay? Now, for the sake of this tutorial, let's exit out of my client's program. Let's go back to mine as the trainer. Here's another way to make programs. And this is the way I like for, I'm going to say, more veteran trainers that really know exactly what they want to give somebody. You actually have two options. So let's click on the workouts button again. And the two options I want to draw to your attention are over here. The first one is custom workouts. If I click custom workouts, now what this is going to do is going to give me an option of creating the program by using the blue plus sign. I open up here. I have to name this. And again, let's just say it's Rob Program 1. And notice here, though, I do have to choose what style of workout. So as we talked about before, we have something that's a little bit more corrective exercise, or endurance, supersets, muscle gain, max strength, power, and maximum power. Now, when you do the custom workout type, as we are right now, whichever one of these that I select, every exercise that I choose will be locked into a specific number of repetitions, sets, the intensity derived by the intensity is actually defining the repetition range, which of course then would say weight, because if I have to do something, let's say 25 reps, I'm gonna have to use a lighter weight. So everything's locked into that phase, okay? So I can go ahead and go forward, I can choose exercises, and I create the program. I'm going to stop this part right here because I want to show you the second option because it allows much more freedom if you wanted that freedom. So I'm going to go ahead and X out of here. I'm going to click workouts in the top right hand corner again to take me back to my main workout screen. And I'm going to come here to whiteboard workouts. We made this change probably about 7 months ago. When I click whiteboard workouts, this time it's going to look very similar. I'm going to hit the blue plus sign in the lower right hand corner. We're going to name this. And this might be Rob's Program, let's say 3. And now I can give a description if I want. I can actually edit that later. But now every exercise that I choose, you have total freedom to give any repetition range, any weight that you desire for them to do. The sets can all be separate. So again, total freedom. So if you wanted to be staying in one phase, you can use the custom workout feature. If you want total freedom, use the whiteboard workout feature. They're very similar, but one's kind of unlocked, the other one is locked. So I'm gonna go ahead though and click save to show you how this works. And obviously it would have worked very similarly on when we did the custom workout. But what you have now is our full library of exercises here on the left-hand side. And I do have to say, we easily have 1,000 exercises in there, which would cover all of your basic free weight, selectorized equipment. We've added a bunch of things as well, such as utilizing TRX or a BOSU ball or kettlebells. But it's as easy as this. I'm going to go ahead and come over here. Let's say, for example, chest. I wanted to add a chest exercise. We do have it broken down into the old-fashioned NASM stabilization, strength, or power definitions. So stabilization would be things in more of a controlled, unbalanced environment. Strength would be a very stable environment. And then power, there's a speed component to it. So I'll come over here to, let's say, stabilization, and we'll look at doing a dumbbell chest press. So if I open that up, and I'm going to click on the green plus sign for the dumbbell chest press alternate arm. And notice, it comes right here. I can go ahead and click on the actual exercise, and you'll notice a few things here with a start and finish picture, the muscle groups you're adding, a short video, and then I can go ahead and click the edit button. And when I click the edit button, I can change any of these variables that I want. And remember, they can all be separate from one to another. So maybe we wanted to do 3 sets. We wanted to do 8 repetitions. The suggested weight, I can actually go ahead and type right in here. Maybe I've been working with my client and I know that they use 50-pound dumbbells. So I type in the 50 because that's what they've been using. Or maybe I know that I want them to progress or regress. You have all the availability to do whatever you want. And then I click save, and you'll notice that now those variables are what you entered. But here's the newest thing. It is a challenge anytime with technology to keep up with all the different exercises that are out there in our field. So here's our way and our solution to help with this. When you look at the bottom of the list, you're going to see custom. When I go ahead and click custom and open that up, I'm going to have the green plus sign again to add a custom exercise. And any trainers that I've ever worked with over the years that have worked with consistent clients, they usually just need a list of the exercises, and then they want to keep track again of the acute variables, the reps, the sets, the weight, everything else, so that way we can progress or regress and keep building that program. So they don't need pictures and videos when it comes to training somebody all the time. If they were going to do something like giving them homework, maybe that's different and I use what I just showed you. But if you just need that list, or maybe the exercise isn't in there, you see this. And we just use a very simple icon because it doesn't matter if I'm going to be changing the title to treadmill, kettlebells, sandbag, landmine, boxing drills, speed ladder. It's limitless. All we have to do here is click the pencil icon. When I click the pencil icon, I now have the ability to change the name. So maybe again, this was speed ladder drill 1. Because maybe I've made a definition of what that was. And again, I can change all of the variables up here. So maybe we were gonna do 4 bouts of the different drills. And obviously there's no weight. I click save. And now you will see that I have speed ladder drill 1 with my variables. So I can just keep coming down to custom, right down at the bottom, and add any exercise I want. It'll actually be saved for you underneath there as well. So if you happen to use a variety of exercises, but it's a bunch of things maybe you have personal names for, if I just open up custom right there, and one more time, you'll see all the ones that I've been sampling right now since we just added this feature. So you can do anything you want, they all stay saved. So make things super, super simple. So you can use the custom workout builder. You can also do the custom workout, and this way you can build your own program, but staying within a specific phase. Or you can use the whiteboard workout, and with the whiteboard workout, total freedom. Now, check out this extra feature with the custom and whiteboard workout option. When I go ahead, I'm just gonna scroll to the top. Let's just pretend I built out a whole program for somebody as opposed to 2 exercises. If you notice right over here, the share icon, actually before that, if this was day 1, let's say I wanted to add another day, if I go ahead and click the plus sign, you now have the option to copy the previous day. So if you were doing a program where it was 3 times a week, and maybe you were doing the same program for 3 times a week, you don't have to add everything all over from scratch. You can just hit copy from the day before, and everything will appear there for you. Okay, now back to my first point that I was gonna make. Come on over here to the share feature right up there. When I click share, this will now show me all of my clients. And instead of me having to proxy in to give them that program, this time I can simply just go ahead and click the client or clients that I want to get this program. And then I click next. And I had to select 2 days. So we'll just say this was a Monday and a Wednesday program, 4 weeks, starting on that date. I click next. And now that just got put on my client's workout calendar, so they have access to it. So if I use that individualized workout builder, I do have to proxy in and do it on their program if I'm the trainer to my client, or if I'm the trainer and I want to use the custom or the whiteboard workout feature, I can build the workout on my program, just use the share feature, and that way I can then click whoever I want to send it to, and it's there automatically. So lots of different ways that you can go ahead and track your workouts and an unlimited variety of exercises. Thank you so much for watching.